Garden ER, I really need your help. This is my attempt of a trendy garden, but it's really not working. I tried to go for a seaside theme with lots of pebbles, bit of driftwood. What's all that about? I mean, I put down the white stones, very trendy, but it's not working. Look, they've all turned green. What am I meant to do with that? I'm having a party tonight and I really want something fantastic. I'm really sick of that tank. What am I meant to do? So I really need your help, please. I want party garden, fantastic. Make it brilliant. Come now, please.
Goodness, Di, this is worse than I thought.
Oh no.
What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking seaside theme.
Is that driftwood, is it?
Yeah.
So you did this yourself?
I do take full responsibility. You know, I was trying to go for the trendy garden, but as you can see, it's just not working out.
We are from Garden ER. We are here to save this, and it is an emergency. You want a party, Ali, don't you?
Yeah, I want a fantastic party, Ali. I've got every confidence in you to have this done tonight before my husband gets home.
Right, so your husband doesn't know about this?
Hasn't got a clue.
Right, and does your husband associate this part of the world with having a good time?
Well, he sort of just has left this up to me. He's given up in despair.
Well, Sven will be designing.
I have the pleasure.
What are you going to do with this?
You need somewhere to sit out here.
Yes.
You need some mirrors.
Yes.
You need lights.
I like it.
You need glitter balls.
I love it.
We're going to have a disco.
Obviously. Why didn't I look at this and think
It's
disco?
obvious.
Obviously. Silly me. Is it going to be really difficult though? This is small. I'm worried this is going to be very delicate. I mean, we're talking keyhole surgery.
Cosmetic surgery, I think.
Just cosmetic?
Yeah.
Okay. Di's putting a lot of trust in all of us and you're taking the brunt of the responsibility. Now, Di's husband John is home this evening, so you've got a day.
Okay, mirrors, paint, and we'll get rid of this straight line. Everyone out.
Today's designer is Sven Wombwell. The patient is the Disco Diva Garden in Belfast. Sven's diagnosis is a long, narrow garden filled with conflicting styles. Treatment is to make it brighter, create a uniform theme and install a seating area. Sven plans to get rid of the straight lines and use curves to create a sense of space in Di's garden. He's going to install a curved lighting system and use mirrors to reflect the light and open up the area. A glitter ball will complete the Disco Diva theme and a screen will hide the tank.
We're spraying a curve in here to get rid of this straight line. It's going to be a funky garden. Straight lines are boring.
I've been nominated Disco Light Technician for the day. What I'm going to do is cut out a piece of this marine ply, suspend it over the alleyway. It's going to have lights, it's going to be painted. And I've cut out this, or made this jig rather, using some pencils, a piece of bamboo to make a lovely curve which will match the pathway.
To cut the curve here. We've got Nick doing it because his curves are better than mine when it comes to cutting. Jamie, can we get these plants clear as well? Di, or rather Disco Di, said she had a bit of a problem with algae turning the gravel green. We've come up with a quick fix, easy solution.
Yeah, what it is, we're going to scrape this gravel off, chuck it over there, because we're going to reuse it underneath for soakaway, drainage. But one problem is, if you've always got gravel, take out these weeds, So you can just pull them out, because they attract the algae. So it's best to try and keep it as clean as possible.
I think this should go just about here.
Go on then, get to it. You can probably see already, just cutting the curve in makes it a hell of a lot more interesting. Just marking out the last square here where the posts are going to go, which are going to hold the fence panel to hide this monstrosity.
Now, I hope you're not talking about me again, Sven. Well, it's not looking too bad out here. How are you getting on?
Yeah, it's getting there, but I need more.
You need more,
I need
do you?
more.
You're so demanding. What do you want?
Go around the back, have a rummage, and see what you can find. I know you like to be nosy.
I do like nose, but what am I rummaging for?
Anything you can find.
It's anything that takes my fancy.
Anything that takes your
And I'm
fancy.
thinking disco, I'm
You are.
thinking glitz. Dare I say it, I'm thinking a bit kind of kitsch, really, aren't I?
Yep.
Okay, I shall go rummage.
Go on in, on your way.
Well, I live to rummage, and I spotted this when I was looking out the window. Nice whitewashed little shed. There's gotta be stuff in here. And I suspect I'll find something quite useful, having seen inside Di's house. Well, these certainly look disco, don't they? Lights of some sort. There's obviously other bits that go with them, so very disco. So we're having them.
We've got a bit of a sewage pipe problem here, I've just discovered. I don't want to put concrete around that because it can expand and crack the pipe. So what I'm going to have to do is move the hole over to the side a bit more. It's not a real problem, just be careful.
Not disco. A little childish, actually. Definitely not disco.
On the wall here, we're going to put a white stripe, probably about this thick, which is actually going to frame where the mirrors are going to run along.
And I spotted this. Oh, it's heavy. Now this, very disco. I mean, admittedly Greco-Roman disco, but that could be fab. And it looks like there's at least one or two more of them. So I'm going to take this to show Sven, because I think he'll be thrilled.
Get my roughly level.
Just marking up here for the fence panel. You may have noticed all this cable on the floor. This is for a couple of floodlights that are going to shine up and reflect onto a glitter ball, and with a bit of luck, send light cascading all over the walls.
You put a junction box inside under the stairs. We've got the cables laid out. It's going to drill a hole now so the cable can go through.
This stuff here is called Arctic cable. It can take extreme cold and extreme heat, basically. We've got it running through this conduit, just in case anyone decides to dig around here. It just gives it a bit of protection so you don't get electrocuted. We're going to have one floodlight here, shining up to the glitter ball, reflecting all over the walls, with a bit of luck.
We're painting a band of white all along this wall. It's a very dark space. We're also going to put mirrors on this wall to give reflection, to reflect more light, and also just to give a better feeling of space as well at the same time.
Sven, look what I found. Look what I've got for you.
Oh, wow.
That's quite cool, isn't it?
That's lovely.
Yeah, and there's some more of these round in a little shed.
Okay, brilliant.
And I also found some really nice little glass cubey brick things, about that big.
Superb.
In blue, match the cable, and some clear ones.
Bring them on in.
I will, I'll go fetch them.
One thing to say to you, though.
Yes.
Glitter balls.
Charming. Oh yes, we're having a glitter ball for there.
That's it.
So I have to go and get one. Right,
Would.
I'm sure Di will know a place to get glitter balls. I will go and search.
Thank you.
And funnily enough, she did. So Di took me to a fab retro shop in Belfast. It is absolutely man-made fibre heaven in here.
Check it out. Look at those sleeves.
Gorgeous.
What about these shoes for the Disco Diva?
Well, because if you're going to wear a dress like that, you need height.
You do.
Need height to carry
You
it
do.
on.
You need something.
Someone obviously was going to a Flintstones party. This cave woman outfit. When you're
Looking
in
good.
your Betty Rubble period.
Now that didn't somebody wear that for the Eurovision Song Contest?
Quite possibly. Oh look, a
Can never
beaded
have
bag.
enough handbags.
That's horrible. I love it. I love it.
Girls, is this the kind of thing you're looking for here?
Wow,
Gorgeous,
that's
isn't it?
fantastic. Fantastic.
That is actually bigger than I thought we were going to get.
Well, the bigger the better.
I know it's only a small space, but let's make a statement.
Yeah, and they asked us to get the glitter ball,
Yeah,
so
and this is disco, isn't it?
yeah.
This is really disco. I'm starting to feel like Olivia Newton-John. And well, I suppose we ought to get back, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Back in the garden, Sven and Adam begin work on the screen to hide the ugly tank and frame the end of the garden. Remember, this is what Di's garden in Belfast looked like before the garden ER team arrived. The garden's very narrow, so Sven plans to use mirrors to reflect the light and open it up. The screen at the end of the garden will mask the tank and contain the glitter ball, which will give the whole thing a disco feel.
I'm lifting up this membrane so we can dig out underneath a couple of inches below. Then we're going to put in the white gravel that we're scraping up on top of it, and some of the clean chippings we have outside, and then putting down new membrane on top, and then going to put our white scrapings on top of that, so it makes it extra porous.
Nick and Sven work on perfecting their curved walkway. No straight lines in this garden.
We're just attaching the crossbeam that's going to go against the wall, which is going to support the bench so they can sit outside and look up at their fairy lights. Heavenly.
Adam paints a band of white along the wall, which will help open up the space.
Nick, don't go all the way through with that. Go through just next door's living room. Or garage or whatever it is.
Sven, what are we planning for this back piece here? The same colour, white?
Haven't decided yet. Black, silver, white, pink. I don't know yet.
Sounds great.
This is where our shady bed's going to be. Nice curved front to it. What we've got, some epimedium and pachysandra. We're going to stick them in here. At the other end, we've got some bamboos and some ferns, which will just nicely go with the glitter ball and the fence, just to hide that corner. I might skip it, but Katrina might be able to wear it a bit later. This circle here, I'm going to cut out, hang the glitter ball in. It's going to look pucker. You've come a little bit too far with that paint.
No, I haven't. Your fence is crooked. There you go.
Nick is doing the hard work of digging up the area for the shady flower bed.
These are the glass blocks that are going to make up the retainer for this bed. They're a bit bigger than I was hoping, so I'm going to sink them into the ground probably halfway.
Adam sprays his fairy light installation silver as Nick and Sven lay the foundations for the glass brick retaining wall for the shady bed.
Slightly too far over here. Excuse me. Best thing about cementing glass blocks in the rain, keeps them lovely and clean.
Okay, I'm chucking this back in. I'm going to spread it out, then we're going to put a new membrane on top of it, and then we're going to put our nice new white chip-ins on top of that. Extra drainage.
X marks the spot where I'm going to drill a hole, put these expansion bolts in, and from there, what we're going to do is put this wire through it, and then hang that wonderful curve that I cut earlier with the lights coming down from it. It's going to look great. Once I figure out how to do it.
We're going to stick these up using the strong outdoor adhesive. Squidge a whole load on it. They're actually covered in a protective layer, just so we don't scratch them up while we're putting them up. We're using things like mirrors in a small space to create reflection, and it makes the area look actually bigger than it is.
It seems that Adam has figured out how to fix the lighting to the walls. Meanwhile, Nick adds another one of his famous curves to the screen that hides the tank at the end of the garden. It's all hands on deck as the light feature is suspended the length of the alley. There's not much time before John gets home.
We've got the lights up at last. It was a bit of a mission, but we did it. These are actually low voltage lights, which is safe for outdoor use. You've got to make sure that you get them that way. It should look great.
Now, Sven, you do look charming framed in the round window, but I think this little baby might look better. Ooh, by my finger.
I'll put it up.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. That's gorgeous. I'd love to stay for a foxtrot, Sven, but you still have work to do. So get on with it. Sven, I'm just going to put these coloured the glass things just down kind of randomly.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
It's getting a bit dark, I reckon. Emergency lights on now! The great thing about outdoor lights is you can get yourself a bit of colour gel and temporarily cover them up for a great atmosphere.
And you've created a brilliant atmosphere. It looks absolutely fantastic. Got very close to the wire, a bit tougher than you expected, but it is a brilliant party garden. But I reckon, John, is he going to be here soon, do you think?
Definitely coming so quickly.
Hide.
Remember, this is what the garden looked like this morning, and this is what it looks like now. Sven's use of glass bricks, white paint, mirrors and lighting has really brightened up this place, and we're sure John's going to enjoy his Disco Diva garden.
What's going on?
Well, I've got a bit of a surprise for you. You know how I said that this should be the garden, a fantastic garden, and we never got round to doing it? Well, I have a bit of surprise. What do you think?
Wow, it's fantastic.
Are
It's
you
really good. Oh my god.
I did this all by
You've
myself.
been doing this all day. How did you get this all done in a day?
I'm very good.
John, hello.
Hi.
We're from Garden ER.
How you doing?
And we turned ourselves into Passageway ER today and rescued your garden. This is Sven who's designed it for you.
Hi, Sven.
Hi there, mate.
And this is Nick.
Hello.
And this is Adam.
Hi. Thank you very much.
What do you think of it?
It's very impressive.
You
And I did this all in one day, so that's why I was trying to get you out of the house this morning.
This is really unbelievable. It really
That's what you
is.
need at the end of a
John,
hard
this
day's
is your
work.
disco garden. Check it out. Look, what do you think?
I love these lights. The candles, like, oh, disco ball at the bottom.
Disco John will be
And there's
in the
lights everywhere, like.
And you do know, of course, your wife is barking mad.
Yeah, well, I am a bit as well, so I wouldn't worry about it. We have great parties here.
Absolutely. Can you just cast your mind back though to what it was like this morning when you looked out?
Oh, scary.
Exactly. And I really wanted you to do all this. So you've got a lot to be thankful for. You wouldn't believe it, John, the work they've put into this today. It's been unbelievable. I just
And
love them all.
stop. Their heads will swell. Their heads will swell and they have to keep doing this, you know. Well, it's made for a party and I think that's what's going to happen right now. Well, I think this is the perfect party garden. I think your guests love it. So we should carry on partying into the night. Do join us again on another Garden ER. Who knows what's going to happen next time? And I've got my eye on the rather nice hunk over there with the gorgeous hair.